So there's a new social media app that is going viral that you need to know about, and it is called ClubHouse. In today's video, I'm gonna break down how people use it, who it's for, what the etiquette is on the platform, and how you can use it to spur off-channel growth in a massive, massive way. I'm Justin Konikow. I happen to own a real estate brokerage and a production company, but more than anything, I'm just a normal guy trying to figure it out day by day, and I try and share my tips and insights with my audience so you can apply it to your life, potentially grow your business, or just live your very best life. So the last thing anybody needs is another social media network. I'm fully aware of it, but because I'm in tech and because I'm in the world of marketing and sales, I have to stay on top of these things. We started hearing about ClubHouse probably about a week or two ago. It came by way of somebody that I actually respected quite a bit, and they said, hey, you gotta get on this app, it's blowing up. And I was like, man, I don't wanna get on another app. There's Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and Snapchat and everything else. And I've got a content calendar sorted out for those already, let alone my print stuff. So how on earth can I get into another social media app? But I went and tried to download it. Now, when I tried to download it, I realized it was invite only. You couldn't even get the app, which kind of made me want it more. Obviously, they've reverse engineered that, and it's in beta testing. But let's break it down into a couple simple steps. So what is it? So the first thing it is it is an audio-only social media network. So what I mean by that is this is the actual app here. So if I click on that screen, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but it's just a list of rooms based on the people that I follow. And if I click a room, this one is social media marketing.
With over-branding, it's a team. The broker is the only one that can access that. The team.
So I'm gonna get out of this now. There's literally just somebody talking. There's a room of X amount of people, and it's separated between two different groups. So let me go back into that and I'll show you what I mean by that tangibly on my phone so you can see it as I'm kind of doing it. So here's the actual app. Let me just zoom in here so you can see it. Hopefully that's a little bit clear. You'll see I have different rooms I can go into. I can search function, there's invites, there's notifications, and then there's my profile. So I click in this room, and I'm gonna mute this guy for a second.
Broker branded.
You'll notice there's a whole bunch of people in this room. Dustin's a good buddy of mine, social media marketing. He's a social media marketing expert. Go listen to the Massive Agent podcast. Good dude. These are the moderators with the green dots. Below them are people that are on stage. Marlon actually invited me to the app. Down here are the other people that the speakers follow, and then here are the guests. So it kind of works like an open forum. The way that I like to think about it is it's almost like an interactive podcast, but with like multiple guests. So you can have a whole bunch of people collaborating on a topic. And this is where the etiquette part comes in. So there's the moderators at top. They kind of run the show. So you got to kind of listen to the moderators on how they run things, and they give direction, but they'll literally go through the channel and the bubbles, and they'll call people based on when they got into the chat. So Zachary's probably running the show here. They'll go through, people will ask these guys questions. And then as people raise their hands, this little button right there in the corner, they can get moved to stage. Now this is where the massive off-channel growth is coming, because as people are in this app, the interesting thing about it, because it's audio only, you don't have to be dressed for success, you don't have to be camera ready, and where people are really getting excited is you can do other stuff while you're listening to the podcast. You can be doing follow-up emails, doing designs, stuff that doesn't require all of your attention, or you can be clicking on people's profiles, pulling up their profiles, clicking on their Instagram, and then following them and hitting them a message, which is happening in droves. I got 300 followers in less than 24 hours because I was featured on a whole bunch of different panels. Now here's the trick. You gotta make sure you're super dialed in on your network. So I would say you gotta niche down, protect your network. Don't just go and follow every single person out there because you want more followers than anything, because this app does not operate on vanity metrics. There's no likes. It has nothing to do with a lot of the other platforms where, you have these evergreen posts and you want to see how many people liked it, how many people commented. It's truly you jump in and jump out of conversations. The other misconception I think people have is you got to log in and be there for the entire call. I hop in and out of calls all the time, or I just go into my time block for the one that I happen to host and sit there for that time. Or if I have to leave, I can hand that conversation off to another moderator and they can continue the conversation. But the big thing that you have to do to actually get anywhere on this app is you got to raise your hand and you got to be part of the conversation. So that's where I experienced so much growth, as I would jump into these conversations, and when something picked my ear and I had some value to give in the conversation, I'd raise my hand, they'd bring me on stage, I'd start talking, and literally I would just see people messaging me, DMing me by the dozen, and they're all in my category. So they're all in real estate marketing and sales. That helps me grow my referral network, more eyeballs for my clients, more eyeballs for my listings. I mean, it is exponential. but it's not all great. I can tell you, I'm already sensing on this platform, there's a lot of fakers out there. As you well know, there's so many people, they buy 50,000 followers. You look at their last post, they've got like 10 comments. That math doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Saw a dude the other day had 640 and he had 2 comments on his post. What I mean by that to people that are in the industry is you're gonna have a lot of people positioning themselves as experts, giving advice when they're not actually doing the thing. Right? So you gotta look at everything with a grain of salt, this platform included. It may not be around forever. It may just go like this and like this if the owners of the company don't make the adaptations to really protect the network, because there's so many people flooding into it that sometimes these people that are, let's face it, cheesy salespeople that are just trying to sell you something that they know nothing about can take over and ruin it for everybody else. But it's definitely one I'm gonna watch, and it's very early adaptation as well. So if you get on this platform now, your ability to grow is exponentially higher than if you're late to the party. So because marketing and sales is primarily digital today more than ever, I would definitely recommend you go check it out. If you need a crash course on the software, let me know. I'm happy to run you through it. But just to revamp and kind of go over that entire sequence, you go apply for the app. You'll basically save your username. You can't actually get it until somebody approves you in your network or sends you an invite. So it'll come. Once you actually get in there, make sure you're following people that you know or are in the world that you like to get in, and then get involved. Like anything else, just try using the platform, put your hand up, be part of the conversation. Don't try and dominate and push people out. Be tactful and have some etiquette, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. I know we are, and I'll definitely shoot an update video for this after.